I don't want to get bogged down in this, so let's.
I'm also experiencing audio issues on my end, so
Sure.
hold on
Go
one
ahead.
second.
No worries. No worries.
Okay. All right, so you're fine with that.
I mean, I'll do up to a point. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like.
I don't want to get
it's
bogged
basic
down in a
stuff.
conversation.
It's not like a gotcha.
Go ahead, start.
I'm not-
Start. No, I know you're not. I
Okay,
just want to get
so,
going.
All right. So first and foremost, I think we should define what Zionism is and what you mean by Zionism and what I mean by Zionism. so you
Zionism
understand where I'm
is
coming
the is a
Belief that Israel
the
should
belief that
exist.
Jews should have their own homeland
Yeah.
in the historic Palestine area.
Right.
That's it.
from. Okay.
We all know that.
So I believe that Zionism is a religious ethno-supremacist ideology that revolves around the exterminationist policies of removing the indigenous population that lived in, as you said, historic Palestine, as long as they are not Jews, because it's a religious, ethno-religious supremacist ideology. I think that this is a disagreement that you and I have.
No, I agree with
on this
you.
front.
I agree with you. If you want to add that, like the genesis of Zionism included, the displacement and
That's what it says.
the ravaging of the culture that existed there, then I would agree with you. I mean, I don't think that the establishment of Israel was like a good thing. I mean, it was tragic and a lot of bad things happened. But let me ask you, sir,
Okay.
how was filming that content? I just have to know what you felt, what you were thinking as they were doing the
No,
Fortnite L behind you.
We'll get to that. We'll get to
No,
that.
no,
We'll
no,
get to that, I
no. We're
promise.
here.
No,
I don't want to talk about
we're here.
definitions. You got your Zionism. Let's
I
do
think. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it was fine.
Did you- you
have to be a
participated in-
witch to find the magic
You didn't-
in
I've
this
participated in
the battle starts
other
in
YouTube videos as well. In the
No,
past,
but that
you know.
Fortnite
Three,
tap
Some of them
dancing.
feature.
two,
Some of them feature
one.
sketches.
Only one
Yeah.
team wins this.
I noticed you weren't in
Make
the
it
other
yours.
shots. Why was that?
I think I was being interviewed.
Okay.
It was a journalist while that was happening. I don't remember.
Really? Oh, that's convenient. I think you were embarrassed, frankly.
Oh God.
You were absent from every
being
other shot.
interviewed. Yeah, for
I
sure.
think you saw him doing that. I think you saw him doing that Fortnite dance, and you said, "I gotta get out." And by the way, I'm giving you credit for that.
Reborn
I
from
mean,
the chaos.
Ethan, you're a comedian. You know, you participated in some sketches. You know,
Not in that. I mean, shit.
really, you're
Vague
one of your most famous sketches. You in a fucking diaper. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah,
Well, I mean-
we've done funny things.
Okay, you know what? Let's not
work here
debate
is not
the
done.
merit of.
Uh-huh.
You're right. I'm very hacky and sort of.
Yeah.
By the way, you proved that the likes were botted on
You're
that.
not going anywhere.
You had said you thought the likes were botted on the content. You still believe that?
Dislikes.
The likes were botted.
He means the
Reborn from
dislikes.
The
chaos.
dislikes were botted. The dislikes, sorry. Yeah, you said it was brigaded, it was botted. It was unnatural, the dislikes on the video.
I don't really care about this. I don't know. I mean,
Well,
I
I'm
don't
asked.
I never thought saying this, but I don't know why
You didn't say it.
Well, is it true or not? Does he think it or not?
Hold on, let me finish. And you do your
You're in the
definition.
lead now.
Okay.
Do you think it was?
It's not my definition.
there
I want
it
to hear
is.
your
Thank you.
definition.
That's fine. I'll answer it how you like.
Yeah. I hope you know that, like, you know, I don't know if you know this, but I didn't publish the content cop. I just did.
Yes, I know that, and I've addressed him thoroughly.
All right.
Do you know that? Do you believe he should have included the context of the CPS call?
What?
What? You don't know what I'm talking about?
Wait. I'm a little confused. You are asking me
Yes.
what my opinion is
On the video.
IW's content cop
Yes,
Correct.
that's obviously what he's asking.
Correct.
about
A
the
disappearance.
CPS. I don't know. Maybe. Sure. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I think it was more so about. I think it was more so about like your.
But you can still turn this around.
Your year-long conquest of deplatforming and all that.
Right. Well, 90% of the clips were
Quite
from the
frankly,
episode
Horizon
entitled
Zero
CPS
Dawn
Came to My House. I don't know if you think that's an important detail. I sure do.
Oh.
Ethan, I think.
Oh, he's mad.
On this,
He's
I
mad.
made it very clear. I think it's completely inappropriate to fucking call.
No.
Oh, yeah.
This song you made a video with. That almost fucking
5 minutes.
All right, go ahead. Ask me a question.
I don't have any. Look,
Go ahead.
listen.
Go ahead.
Listen to me. Listen. We're both content creators online. We both have received an endless wave of harassment. You and I have talked privately about this.
Hassan, I don't
when
care.
we
Let's
were-
just go on.
What do you mean? You brought this up. You brought it up. Hold on.
We've all been harassed. conversation.
You know who else also told me that? Andrew Tate. Please, just hold on.
Still turn.
Wow, God
To
forbid.
explain my position to you. You and I are both content creators.
Yes.
We get an endless wave of harassment, doxing, swatting, all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay? Sometimes by the same people, ironically enough, by the same community. You and I know we've had these conversations in private
been a
before.
while.
This is true.
Before we, stop doing our podcast. And you know my position on this. I think
Where's
it's
Destiny?
completely
I know
unacceptable.
you're against
The
CPS.
same exact things that happened to you in this regard. I would
Where's
never in a
Destiny?
million years
Bring
say
Destiny up.
and don't think it's appropriate.
Very
And I
good.
don't
Ask
know
me a
why you
question.
think that I have anything to do with
Because
this.
you're not you're misrepresenting what I asked you. I didn't ask you, do you think it's okay that people called CPS? I asked that the video that you participated in, which was a total fucking hit job that used 90% of its clip from an Evergreen podcast called CPS Got Call on Me and didn't even include the title of the podcast. Now, do you think that's fair?
I think you should take this up with iDubbbz instead of me.
It's not fair.
No match
It's
for
not
Mark.
fair.
I didn't make any of the editorial decisions in iDubbbz's content hub.
I'm asking what you thought about it, okay?
He's
Not
asking your
what you
opinion.
made. It's pretty fucking... pretty
Sure,
obvious. Go ahead, ask me a
I'm
question.
sure it would have been. I'm sure that he. I'm sure that it would have been all right if he mentioned it.
It would have been
I
all
don't-
right?
I don't know why this is a major point of contention for you. I thought we were going to talk about Israel-Palestine.
We're talking about whatever we want to talk about. You had said that I have problems with your character. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, ask
I
me
know,
a
but
question.
you having problems with my character.
Hassan,
is-
ask me
this
a
is
question.
better
I'm going to
than
move
I
on to the
can
next
remember
topic
from you.
here.
Asking
This
me
is
about
so good.
iDubbbz's editorial decisions.
You
I
don't
love it.
have to
In
be a
his
witch to
content
find the
hub.
magic.
I'm
in
asking
this.
so much
about
better
your
than I
opinion
can.
on it. Go ahead, ask me a question.
Okay. So,
The battle starts in 5.
do you believe that
4,
Israel
3,
is
2,
committing a genocide in
1.
Gaza?
Yes.
Only one
Okay,
team
great.
wins this.
Awesome.
Try to
So
make
you
it
agree
yours.
with with numerous human rights organizations, the UN.
I said yes.
Okay, great. No,
I
that's
will
important.
gladly
Thank you.
show
Thank you for
it
saying
to
that.
you.
I also agree on that. If you believe that Israel is committing a genocide in Gaza,
Try to make it last.
okay, do you feel like you have used your limited amount of time that you have as a content creator speaking out against Israel doing a genocide on the Palestinian population living in the Gaza Strip? Or do you feel like most of your commentary on that issue has overwhelmingly been to
Reborn from the
rail
chaos.
against people that are doing that?
No, that's not.
I don't know, like you've been wronged by, myself included.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but if you're pro-Palestine, it doesn't absolve you of criticism. That's
Exactly.
something that you guys keep harping on.
Yeah,
Do I
never
think my
said that.
I
coverage?
don't think that's the case. I don't think that is the case.
Okay. Do you think my coverage has been like totally balanced? I would say no. I've obviously given less time to the Palestinian perspective, and I think the reason for that is simply that
No, not just the Palestinian perspective, Ethan. I think that rather than talking about that issue in and of itself, rather than talking about the genocide itself, every time you have
Hassan, I'm answering your question.
every time you've talked about
I won't
Israel-Palestine,
make the same
it
mistakes
almost
again.
always revolved around
I was going to tell you why.
personal vendettas that you have experienced
I was
from
gonna explain
pro-Palestine
that.
behavior.
Okay. You asked me a question, so I'm going to answer it. The reason for that being is
My
that
fate isn't sealed yet.
I feel like I'm responding to a lot of bullshit that's been passed my way ever since Leftovers ended, starting from you and your community. Now, that's my answer to that. Now, let me ask you about this.
Who's next?
This sword has a Nazi swastika hilt.
I got your back.
Okay.
Do you disagree? What's funny about that?
I think it's funny because you've made
Us
this,
against the world.
a major point of contention. That's why I think it's funny.
It's a swastika.
Is this a company?
It's a sword that is a bleach
My
sword, as you
fate
know
isn't
already.
sealed yet.
That has a hilt that has a Japanese manji sign on it. But yes, it does look like a swastika. As I also noticed and
Yes.
talked about on
Yeah, of course you're conceding that because we fished this up. But yeah.
when I
won't
made fun
make
of, I
the
believe
same
it was
mistakes
Alexa
again.
Okay.
that grabbed it, and I said,
Got you covered.
"Oh, you immediately go for the swastika."
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Yeah. So, anyway, my point is, Hassan, if I can continue my point, is that you knew it was a swastika sword. So why, why did you guys choose to pose with this sword?
I think that
Answer
Ethan's
that.
framing
Why
this.
was the choice made for this
Ethan,
sword?
Only 60 seconds
I'm
left.
gonna gently explain this to you again. One, it's not a swastika, but regardless,
Do you think it looks like a swastika?
I did not make this editorial decision.
Do you think it's reasonable to perceive that as a swastika?
They've come from behind.
Answer the question.
was
Is it
not-
is it reasonable to
I
perceive
don't,
that?
think I don't think it was a deliberate decision that
Okay, well,
items made, but I don't know. I don't
Okay,
know.
well, Hassan, they're your swords, and according to the New York Times article, there was 10 options. So what's the chances that they chose the swastika one? That seems pretty slim.
Well, that'd be 10%.
You have 10 swords, don't you?
10%.
The week prior to that, I believe. I don't know the exact timeline. I don't really remember when they shot this, but I had the sword out because I was doing an
I won't
Assassin's
make the
Creed
same
promo.
mistakes again.
Do you feel like if I thought it was like genuinely a swastika sword, I would use it in an Assassin's Creed promo shot?
Yes. That's what we call a dog whistle, son. And what you're doing is gaslighting somebody. You made a video.
You think I'm
Let me make a
dog
point
whistling?
here, Hassan, because you're the king of microaggressions and understanding the perspective of minority groups. Right? So you made a video. You participated in a video
Oh, here we go.
accusing a Jewish. Let me finish my point, Hassan. No, no. You are making a video accusing a Jewish man
Oh my
of
fucking
exaggerating
God.
anti-Semitism while exhibiting the most hateful symbol against Jewish people. Do
Oh,
you not see
jeez.
this as a problem? Or at least,
Ethan,
am I
I couldn't
insane for
hear
thinking this
anything
is
you
odd?
said.
Wow.
Ethan, take a deep breath.
Answer the
Okay.
question. I don't
Take
need
a
you to
deep breath.
console me.
I didn't even hear your question. I need you to.
Well, you
I
should
need
try
you to answer
listening instead of
something.
speaking.
I'm just looking
Bro.
for clarification here. Do you think that I deliberately
Yes.
Oh
was
my
using
God.
a dog whistle in an
Yes.
Assassin's Creed promo, or that it was a cool sword that was laying around because it's the only long sword that I have?
By the
You
way,
have 10 swords.
I don't think that
I know,
they
they're
chose
heavy.
it because
That's
the
not a real
swastika.
sword.
So you-
I don't think so.
Oh, yes, I'm aware that it's not a real sword, but,
But
you
this
had
is
10
really
to choose
funny.
from. What does it matter how much they weigh?
Yeah, the other
I
ones
do.
are
That's fine. That's just
Let me
my
paint a
opinion.
scenario.
Waving that
Let
shit
me
around.
paint, Hassan, let me paint a scenario for you, okay? Listen, okay? This is important. You participated in a video accusing a Jewish man of exaggerating anti-Semitism. You exhibited in that video the most hateful symbol against Jewish people. 1 out of 10 of your swords that you have previously already stated you know is the, quote, swastika sword. So am I insane for even... You're treating me like I'm insane for bringing this up, but it sounds pretty reasonable.
I mean, it's a little insane.
So
yes.
yeah, microaggressions
Because-
just don't
because you're
exist for
asking me-
Jewish
you're-
people.
You're asking me why iDubbbz.
It's your
made
sword,
this
bro. I don't
decision,
believe that you
and
weren't
I'm
there.
not iDubbbz.
You were
and
there,
I
bro. It's in
don't
your
know
fucking
how to
house.
do-
3,
I don't know.
2,
I don't know why
1.
you're asking me.
Because
why
it's
I
your
said
house
that.
and your sword.
But I also
somehow.
but I also gave you what my speculation is.
We are.
And that is that
It was just a
most
cosmic
likely
chance.
I
Okay.
previously had it laying around because I had just done an Assassin's Creed promo.
Okay, if you say so. So if it's a cosmic fluke, which you claim, then why leave the photo up?
I'm not even in the photo. I don't.
I
think,
know,
right?
it's in your
Am I
room,
even
though,
in the-
and with your sword. Why leave the photo up if it's a cosmic fluke?
Why are you asking me this question? I don't know. I'm not. Ethan.
I'm sorry,
I am
Hassan.
not
Are you
iDubbbz.
unable to make value judgments on situations? Like, isn't that what you do for a living? Do you think that iDubbbz should have
Yeah,
removed?
I don't think it's relevant or that big of a deal at all. If that's what you're trying to get out of me, like, yeah, I think it's not.
Okay, so you're
It's
telling a
what you
Jewish
are
man who's
perceiving.
complaining about a very
And
odd
also,
coincidence
can
that I'm crazy and I'm
Just throw the
exaggerating.
Manji on it, Ethan. Can we? Okay, you got me. All right. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, you got me. I put a swastika in the video calling you out for exaggerating
No, that's not what
anti-Semitism.
I'm saying.
You
I
got
didn't
me.
do that.
Oh my
Yes, you
God.
did. You literally
I
did.
didn't do that.
Okay, laugh
But
about it.
again,
Go on.
it's
How
not
is
a
this
problem.
so good?
Then why don't you leave
You
it out?
have that much of an issue with swastikas considering you drew one.
Wow.
I'm a Jewish man, you fucking moron. Is anyone in that room Jewish? Is anyone in that room? Did I draw
So then now there's
swastika
only two.
one time on?
Do you think that Jews have an exclusivity agreement with like being offended or not offended by Nazi imagery? You've done a Sig Heil approximately what 50 times?
Why did I do a Sig Heil?
Only
Why did I do a
50?
Sig Heil?
Chaos.
I don't know.
Because you only watch clips on Twitter. I was making fun of Elon Musk and trying to see if it was valid or not.
Would be done here.
Thank you.
And by the way, as a Jewish man, are you going
My
to tell
bad.
black people not to use the N-word?
Wait, what?
Are you going to tell black people not to use the N-word because it offends you?
Oh my God.
Do you think this is an apt comparison?
Yes.
Okay. So you
Oh
think
my-
that being able to draw the your anti-Semitism radar is completely out of whack.
And who are you to say that to me? You
That's the
pose
point
with
of
a
contention
swastika.
here. You're saying that it's not a swastika.
It's a direct
being
comparison.
worn.
It is.
I mean, it literally is a swastika.
No, it's not.
Let me see the swords in your back.
Obsessed with the amazing Spider-Man!
I didn't choose the sword.
I don't believe you.
Do you think this is a productive use of our time?
Yes.
My work
So anyway,
is
you
not
say it's a
done.
weird cosmic fluke. Personally, if I think it was a weird cosmic fluke, you say basically it's not a swastika. The difference between the Hindu symbol and
But
the
it's not.
okay, right. The difference between the Hindu symbol and the Nazi
I'm
swastika.
gonna I
I'll
cannot
finish
get
what
up.
I said.
I can't.
Yeah, I'm a Jewish man. I depicted a swastika, a tasteless joke on IW's shirt 10 years ago. You said this is the swastika sword, and you keep it in your house and you use it and pose it in photos, attacking a Jewish man. The fact that you can't
I
even concede that that
jokingly
looks
referred
bad.
to it as looking like a swastika when my friend picked it up. I genuinely thought it was a swastika memorabilia. Do you think I would keep it in my house?
Oh, dude, you're being obtuse. I know it's not a swastika, right? And I know you know it's not a swastika, but it is literally a swastika also. Because the
won't
difference
make
between a
the same
swastika and that Hindu
mistakes
symbol
again.
is this. You see what I'm doing? This is the difference.
Goodbye.
If you ask a Hindu person, would they walk around with a swastika sign?
Wait, so you know
Oh,
it's
fuck
so you
no,
know
they
it's
know
not
that looks like a
you keep calling it
swastika.
sword. So I'm a little confused.
Ask your Hindu friends if they would walk around with like a swastika branding. They know. Are you Hindu?
I am not Hindu.
Okay, interesting.
No.
So anyway, it was a cosmic fluke.
Do you
You
think
brandished
only,
what
do
I...
you think that only Hindu people have bleach swords? Like, what's going on?
Chaos.
We're discussing the symbol, not the sword. Okay, go ahead. So you think it was a cosmic fluke. There was 10 swords. He magically picked that one.
I can't. Again, I'm speculating on
he left
the
it up.
decision making
If
of
it
a
was a mistake,
person
he could have
who
deleted it.
I'm not him.
Go ahead,
I don't
ask me-
know. Again, I'm going to repeat myself here. I think I'm doing
You
this
don't
a
need
lot.
to. Go ahead.
I am not
Ask me the next
iDubbbz.
question.
I don't know what was going on.
I'm not
in his
accusing you of being
mind.
iDubbbz, Hassan, but you're acting like you're incapable of making value judgments on things because you're not
No, because
iDubbbz.
I already made the value judgment. I think you're being crazy.
Okay, well, Mr. Microaggressions thinks I'm being crazy. Very good. You have no problem telling Jewish people they're being crazy on what...
Yes.
It's like a blatant fuck. Go ahead, ask me the next
Yes.
question.
Yes, I don't.
Do you
I
think
don't
the
have
so-
a
if you
problem
could go
telling
back-
you're being crazy
If-
right now.
if-
You being Jewish has nothing to do with this.
Sure.
Being
I'm sure
Jewish?
it doesn't. Do you think going back that it was a mistake to use that sword?
No way.
I don't really care about this at all.
Okay, fantastic. Well, that really shows where
I
you're at on this.
genuinely-
Go ahead and
I
ask me a
don't care.
question.
Okay. So,
Jesus. Oh my God.
you believe that Israel is committing a genocide. What are the appropriate steps that people can take, both in the Western world and also regional actors can take against this entity doing a genocide by your own admission, that you would consider to be appropriate? Because it feels
need a
like
top-notch
throughout
team
this
to win
entire
this one.
process,
You vote.
you have set boundaries
Right?
on what you think
Just
is
killing
inappropriate,
civilians. That's the
as
boundary.
you have set boundaries on what you think is inappropriate.
Killing civilians.
And time and time again has said is outright
You don't
anti-Semitic.
have to be a
My
witch
boundary
to
is
find
killing
the magic
civilians.
in this world. But
Okay,
it does help.
that's great. So
Is that unreasonable?
That's a perfectly reasonable boundary to set.
Okay, good. So
I
then we don't
totally agree with
disagree.
you on that. Great.
Great.
Okay.
So let me ask you the next one. Let me ask you about this Tavris tier
Hold on,
tier
hold on.
list.
I have a. Let me finish.
Well,
you
he's even
asked
in
and
that.
I answered. Go ahead. You can
Okay.
go on a little
Chaos
bit more.
surrounds us. But I
Okay,
will
so,
gladly
hold
show
on.
it to his
Everyone's complaining about my volume on my side because we're using Zoom instead of
30
Discord. So
seconds
my
before
fucking
Go
you
ahead.
attack.
audio.
Get ready.
It's fine. Take your time to get the
My
audio.
audio
right.
keeps going up and down. Okay.
You and me, Spectre, we're two of a kind.
So
I'm not
one of the
nearly as
first
heartless
conversations
as
that
you,
we had,
Castle.
you and I
That's
had
not
that led
it.
to
We're alike because we
the
both
Leftovers
know there are
podcast
some
ending,
problems that can be
was
solved
that
by
you considered
force.
"From the River to the Sea, Palestine will be free" to be an anti-Semitic slogan.
A
You
lot
said
of
that
people think that.
Jews
battle
feel
starts
like
in
this
5,
is an
4,
exterminationist
3,
Yeah.
slogan,
2,
and Jews
1.
fear this slogan.
Tons
in the
of
United
people
States
All
of
you need to
America.
do is capture the mission area.
If you
Got
think
it?
that Israel's doing a genocide, do you feel like it is appropriate for Westerners in the United States of America and Palestinians and people of Palestinian descent to be able to use emancipatory inflammatory slogans, or should they go to jail under the Trump administration?
Okay, and these are pretty extreme questions. Now, I'm not making a value judgment. I'm just trying. All I was trying to do.
The question is what's happening
Bro,
right
do you want me
now
to answer?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to explain the Jewish perspective. I'm not trying to make a value judgment of it. But what I will tell you is that, how do you feel about Norm Finkelstein?
Love Norm. I know he has said that it
Here's
is.
what he had to say about this.
I know what he said.
Let's listen to it. Let's listen to it.
Let me. Can I just?
Hassan, I want the audience
This
to
is
see
not
this
going to be a
video.
gotcha moment for you because I know Norm's position.
Good, I'm glad you know. Let's let the audience know,
Let's
Hassan.
hear it. I don't know.
The audience watch the video.
Play
I
it.
can have a nuanced,
Play it.
I can
He's
have a
talking
nuanced
over
and
it.
reasonable disagreement
He's
with
talking
a
over
person
it.
that I actually
Is that
did
so?
not
That's
like.
what
Play
we're
the
having.
video.
So it's nuanced and understandable with Norm. Let the audience watch the video.
Okay.
Palestine will be free.
Let me go back. Here's the Norm Finkelstein, a prominent figurehead in the Palestinian liberation
Yeah.
I would like
We,
the slogan
I know. I have more
it's
talking
part
over.
of
I
me.
disagree with him on
The video
this
could play.
as well.
Be free. It's a bad slogan.
Help get that
I know the
vehicle to
slogan
its
from the
destination.
1960s, the 1970s. It was a bad slogan then, it's a bad slogan now, because it has too much ambiguity. When you say from the river
Hassan's gonna hit me with the chair reaction.
to the sea, Palestine will be free, obviously a question arises. Okay, what happens to the Jews in that scenario? And some people will say, well, it's
I
about
won't make the
everybody
same
being
mistakes
free.
again.
But that's not what the slogan says. So, I have, recent weeks, I have voiced my concern. Look, it's a bad slogan. I said, just change it, tweak it, tweak it. From the river to the sea, one person, one vote, Palestinians will be free. And you can't answer that slogan because all you're talking about is equal rights for everyone. From the river to the sea, one person, one vote, Palestinians will be free. And then
Well, I don't know if he actually means the one vote thing, because I think what he's saying is good. That from the river to the sea, Palestinians, which I think is good. You're laughing at Norm.
Routinely talked at campus encampments, college campus, Palestinian encampments as to, I'm not going to make much hay about the slogan in general. There's plenty of other slogans.
Well, you're willing to listen to him, but when I say it, it becomes a big controversy. I literally, it's not even my
I can have a
opinion.
disagreement with him on that, and you're forgetting one key factor.
What's that?
Okay, you're forgetting one key factor. Norm Finkelstein still ultimately will always say, while I disagree with the slogan because I think it scares people, it ultimately does not matter, and I'm not going to stand in opposition to it. He doesn't say it's anti-Semitic.
When have I
He
opposed
doesn't
it?
say it is
Reborn from the chaos.
extermination.
When have I opposed
he says
it?
That's what people think.
When
If
have
you
I
think
opposed
that,
it?
If you think that Norm Finkelstein would be in agreement with you in any way,
literally
shape, or form on
against
any
the world.
issue, please have a conversation with him.
He's literally in agreement with me. Like verbatim. Actually, even more.
Anti-Semitic. Norm doesn't think it's anti-Semitic.
Hassan,
Do
you remember me advocating against it? Do you remember
want
me
you to ask
advocating
Norm
against it?
Finkelstein if he agrees with you on anything.
Sure, I'll ask Norm Finkelstein. Do you remember me denouncing that statement and saying people shouldn't say it?
I believe in our conversation.
No, it
you said
didn't
was
happen.
that-
You're lying.
You said it was
From the chaos.
anti-Semitic.
I said it's
that
perceived that
you-
way by Jewish people. All right, let's move on. The Sabra tier list.
Norm
Now,
does not believe it's an anti-Semitic
very
slogan.
good. I'll ask him about it. Now, let me ask you
Are
about
you
the
actually going to do that? Because that would be wonderful.
He did the Sam Cedar interview.
We'll have a great conversation about from the river to the sea.
Is it? Wait, can I ask you a question?
No. It's my turn. You
Go
spoke, and now
ahead.
it's my turn.
You know what? You go ahead.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very gracious of you.
I mean, it's just a back and forth conversation, but
Yeah.
you seemingly have a lot of grievances not pertaining to the actual issue at hand.
I don't know. The issue, my friend, the issue at hand is your behavior.
No, I think the issue at hand is the genocide.
Well, we seem to be coming at this from two different angles, which is great, right? So let me ask you this. Hold on, you said it's my turn to ask, so let me do that.
You
Hassan,
already,
is it
you
my turn
already
to ask a question or
recognize
what?
That there's a genocide.
am ready
You
to
already
put on a
recognize that Israel's
show.
committing a
I
genocide.
can care about
If-
two things, Hassan.
don't
It's
you
very
think-
important to
don't you
acknowledge
think
that.
Don't you think
I can care about two
your
things, my friend.
incredibly narrow framework
Very
surrounding
easy.
your own personal feelings?
I'm not that smart, but I can care about two things.
Okay. No, I
Even if
can
one
too.
is more urgent than the other.
You think your own personal feelings, born out of your misunderstanding, is more important
Did I say that? I said one is more urgent than the other, referring to the genocide.
Oh, okay. So you recognize that
Hassan,
the genocide is a more urgent
Hassan,
issue.
please let me ask a question.
Right.
Almost all of
Yes,
your
very good.
commentary
Oh my fucking
is
god.
talking about your own personal feelings and how you've been
Oh
wrong.
my fucking god.
Very good. Let me ask you. So you claimed on.
Can you answer that question?
No, Hassan, you asked the question. It's my turn. I talked about how gracious you were, man.
Holy fuck.
I said you're so gracious. You let me ask you a question.
Oh my god.
Don't make me take it back. All right, let me ask you a
Makes
question.
sense to you.
Hold on to that. Ask me after this. You defended Krogan's use of the sovereignty. You
I think that the Sabra Hummus tier list is absolutely insane to consider anti-Semitic, and most people have already laughed about it. Despite the fact that it was very damaging in terms of deplatforming a bunch of content creators that participated in this, egged on by yourself, by the way.
with pleasure.
It's not
It's insane.
even remotely.
Okay.
It's not even remotely anti-Semitic.
Very
it's like
good.
an
Let me ask
example
you
of
a
the
question.
Cracker Band that Twitch capitulated on.
So let me follow up with this. Have you seen the thumbnail?
The vehicle reached a
The
checkpoint.
thumbnail?
Keep up the momentum.
This
For
is the
what?
thumbnail that's still up. Now, let me ask you this, Hassan. Here's Frogan's thumbnail for the Sabra hummus tier list. In the F tier is me and Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro is not in the tier list. He has never explored or used. Why do you think Ben Shapiro is on the F tier?
Oh.
Whoa! Answer the question. What your dog? Oh, but you can't make value judgments suddenly on your friends who have spent all this time
We
to
all know why it's been at the bottom. Everybody knows why.
I don't know. I don't care. Probably because he's also
Probably
a
because he's
massive
Jewish?
fucking... What?
Because it's the most prominent Jewish creators on
Do you
YouTube.
think Ben Shapiro's Judaism is the reason as to why he would be on this?
100% without a doubt, yes.
Man.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Hold
go ahead,
on.
take your time. I know it's a lot to process.
Okay. Yeah, this is a lot to process.
Yeah, I know, man. It's tough. You really don't know what to say because it looks pretty bad.
No, because it's so fucking stupid.
Well, tell me then.
It's kind of
So why is Ben there?
It's kind of insane.
Okay, very good. Why is Ben
Having
there?
a hard time. Like, I don't know why fucking Frogan made this thumbnail.
Why is Ben there?
I don't have any issue with this thumbnail.
Why is Ben there?
Because he's a prominent defender of Israel.
I am
Quick to
ready
say
to
that
put
Jews
on a
aren't the only
show.
Zionists, right? So why Ben Shapiro? All people in the world who are conservatives, who are Zionists, Christian Zionists, why Ben Shapiro? Me and Ben Shapiro and F tier, the two most prominent Jewish creators on YouTube? That's a coincidence just like the swastika, huh? These are two cosmic coincidences. They those are really stacking up.
Only 60 seconds
The
left.
tier list that you're talking about, let's first of all, the tier list that we're talking about, literally so much better than I ever expected. Jewish content creator who
This is amazing.
to ban, and he got banned.
Very good, and I'm glad he did. He
You called him
definitely
a
deserved
token
it.
Jew. You called him a token
And
Jew.
I still stand by that. The man is just fucking, he's
think that-
This is your
Yeah.
big chance.
So you get to draw swastikas on PewDiePie,
Down to
but
30
Rocky
seconds.
can't say that there is a tier list here.
This is Rogan's tier list. This is her.
Sabra Hummus, liking Sabra Hummus is the lowest tier.
Ben Shapiro.
And the highest tier is being able to get a Habibi count. You, as a Jew, get to determine what other Jews are able to do. You're the Pope of the Jews. That
I didn't. I'm not determining what they can do, but this is Rogan's. bit. This is her stage. This is her bit. I mean, you can say that the Jewish dude, he's the fall guy and did everything, but that's not true.
You get to draw swastikas, but Rafi can't even say Sabra Hummus is dog
He can
shit.
say whatever he wants. I'm not criticizing.
can,
By the
but
way,
you're
I'm not
gonna-
cri- you
you're gonna
think
call
that
him
my
a fucking
criticism
idiot
is that he doesn't like Sabra hummus? Are you being serious right now? By the way, is that a beef? Hold on, what are you drinking?
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
It's a Dr. Pepper cream
Isn't that
soda.
who owns that?
I don't know, but it's not on the BDS.
Are you
it's on the
sure?
BDS list.
We'll double check.
I'm 100% sure.
Okay, we'll double check that. It's not about Sabra hummus, and like, let's not be obtuse.
Actually, the BDS one is actually pretty funny too, because like you've been, you consistently
Got him?
talk
I don't know.
about, you consistently talk about how like I drink Diet Coke or whatever. When that fan came up to me and said stop drinking Diet Coke, it was not on the Palestinian National Committee's official BDS list.
Yes, it was.
And ever since it
lying.
has been on that official BDS list,
You're lying.
I have not drank Diet Coke or purchased any Diet Coke.
Please
at all.
push this.
You're lying.
Please
It was
push
on the
this.
list.
Please.
Wait,
Please.
what?
This is so stupid.
Yeah, it was
Please
on the list.
push
You're
it.
lying.
Please.
What was on the list?
Coke.
Yes, it was put on the list, and I stopped purchasing Coke, and I stopped drinking Diet Coke.
You
even though I
said,
love
you know
Diet
what's
Coke.
funny? You told her.
Because I think it's like.
You remember
not
what you told
that
her, Son? You
significant.
remember what you told her? You said, "I'll just put it in a cup."
Yeah, no, I was joking with her because I thought that it was a ridiculous request at the time because it wasn't on the Palestinian National Committee's official boycott, divestment, and sanctions list, Ethan.
Okay. It's not about Sabra hummus, just so you know. Like, let's not be silly
Wait,
about
what is
this.
it about?
It's about what's Sabra means a Jew born in Israel. It's an Israeli company. It's everybody knows it's like considered like Israeli hummus. It's been on the BDS list. Everybody
it's not-
knows the
it's
connotations
terrible.
of Sabra
Do you guys
hummus,
think
right?
that tier
Nobody-
list was racially
I don't like
motivated?
Sabra hummus either. We're
Do
not
you think
talking
it
about
was
hummus.
racially
What I don't
motivated?
like is
Okay, great. So
anti-Semitism
okay.
perpetuated by your friends and swept by you.
Absolutely.
Now, why is Ben
Without
Shapiro
a
on the F
shadow
tier?
of a
That's
doubt.
a cosmic coincidence? Okay, let's move on. Very good.
Ethan?
Go ahead. Next question.
Without a
Again,
it's so
I'm not
disingenuous.
I know
biased,
it's.
and I don't know
I know.
why.
How can I make value judgments on my friends I've been defending? for
Dr.
2
Pepper
years?
is on the list.
Also,
Who can say?
there is a tier list in front of me, and it seems like
Dr. Pepper is indeed on the list.
both
Ben
Jewish
Shapiro and me are in the
non-Jewish
F tier.
on the Loves Sabra tier list.
You're looking at the end. I'm looking at the thumbnail, bro. I'm talking about the thumbnail.
I
right?
know, but first of all, again, I'm making inferences about
Who am I gonna
editorial
finish
decisions
for
that
this
other
match?
people have made. I'm just simply speculating at this point.
Sure.
But you know, it's a.
Are you not embarrassed
It's a
by this
joke.
armpit hair? It's so cringy, bro. It's like so weird. I'm glad you changed that. Finally. On a separate note,
What?
I find it just so weird and bizarre that this was your thumbnail for so long. Also, ironically, wearing a Rolex hat, which is like probably the symbol of capitalist excess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a free
Cool,
Rolex
dude.
hat from a friend of mine. I still wear it every
Yeah,
now
and you're
then.
so. Oh wow, who knew? So anyway, Ben Shapiro
Wait,
was
I'm so-
accidentally
wait,
in
what-
the F
What
tier.
does this have to do with anything? What's going on, man?
Yeah,
What-
I know
what's
it's
happening?
confusing. It's very confusing for you. It's like a car
Yeah,
crash, I'm
there's
sure.
So why do you think there's a
So this
Jewish
is a
man in
cosmic
the A
mistake.
tier
Let's move on.
the tier list. If you think that it's like all about anti-Semitism and
Do you think that this is at least a bad coincidence?
No, I don't.
Well,
If
that's
white
fantastic.
people did this
Pick your
about white
hero.
and
No, I
black,
don't
they'd
think
all
so.
be
I don't think
permanent.
it's backwards at all. I think
Everybody
you're
knows
like,
it.
You're trying to find
Everybody
with a fine-tooth
knows it.
comb, like any
Of course.
incidents.
The
that
Jewish
even
man
come
is
across as
crazy.
remotely
He sees
anti-Semitic, and you're
anti-Semitism
having a really
everywhere.
hard
Yo, yo, yo.
time.
These are
But
just
you
If
cosmic
you want my perspective, I'm
mistakes.
telling you.
I-
If you want my
Any other
perspective,
heel?
I'm
Mark's
giving
had a
it to you.
Rolex
Because the
hat.
thing is, he doesn't do much heal.
Genuinely, okay? I think genuinely.
We're probably not gonna get dived on anyway, so
At a time
you can swap
when there
off.
is unprecedented
If you
levels
Yes,
of
I know. We can't
Please.
talk about
out and
anything
about
else. That's very
anti-Semitism,
convenient for you.
at a time when there's unprecedented levels of out and about anti-Semitism, with incredibly prominent, oftentimes
let's hope they don't have a dive.
actively talking about Jews, okay, in deeply anti-Semitic fashion.
30 seconds before you
Yo, bro,
lasered
I don't
in
think Adam
on
Warlock's
people
will play, bro.
that you
We have a
can't
Rocky
either
Raccoon,
actually
and, like,
catch
no, I don't think
or
we'll have much heal, bro.
right, because they're not anti-Semitic.
Well, they're not wearing a shirt that says "I hate Jews," but
Nice.
they're walking around swastikas.
Awesome sauce, bro.
With Jews on the bottom. I mean, that's as close as you can pretty much.
Well, I'm gonna
fucking
try,
get
but
without
like,
saying,
if we don't have enough views,
I can heal as well, you know.
It seems to me like
And I
Okay,
think
okay,
so
that's
I
fine.
think really silly and obtuse right now. The guy who's all about microaggressions
Thank
and
you,
understanding
Heavy.
perspective of minority stuff.
Second,
I'll
some of
follow
the
that
times.
here.
anti-Semitism, and won't
So
even concede
kind.
that this looks bad.
So
Okay,
handsome.
fantastic.
You're hallucinating.
Thank you, man.
Looks awful. This
Okay,
is
nice.
expanding. I'm not saying
Okay, thanks for
anti-Semitism
flexing.
is not
Let's play, man.
of American
Very
politics.
good.
I actually.
Why did we get
I
a fucking-
actually do think that.
Wait, wait. I'm probably getting
anti-Semitism
triple heals.
has
What's happening?
Oh, we still have, armor.
exploded in American politics, especially.
You have a cast?
So that's
Look
not
behind,
my
look
point.
behind,
I'm saying
look behind,
you
need heals, guys, look behind, look behind.
individually right now wish that these people were anti-Semitic.
I
So you're
really
trying to find anything you can hold on to.
Help out Emma Cross, help out Emma.
None of those people are me. So I don't know why.
Have one.
Like you can't make a decision.
Spider-Man.
Behind, need help.
Let me ask.
Sounds stupid as hell.
No, when you go, I can't draw. I'm not them. I mean,
I mean, I don't know why you're asking me what their genuine decision making.
why would I want my
is, and
best
I don't
friend
know.
Ida
I
to be
can't tell you what
anti-Semitic?
their
Why would I want
Heal Emma, heal Emma.
Ida to be anti-Semitic? Why would I want it? You think I enjoy my friends and people around me
Can I
being
be honest?
anti-Semitic?
Do you want me to tell you why?
I would
I don't
love.
think you're gonna like the answer.
This is gonna be good. Go ahead.
Okay. You want everyone that has criticized you to be anti-Semitic so that it makes you feel better about your position. It's not your own personal position that you have explained to people that come across like you're using anti-Semitism as a shield to accusations against Israel.
This is.
And then if you are actually out and about anti-Semites, that'll make you feel a little bit more comfortable, like you've won the argument in your mind.
Yo, BP backline, BP back.
Also finally go, oh yeah, you're right. You're a
He's
permanent
low as
victim
fuck.
in this situation. But because there's an unimaginable amount of anti-Semitism,
No heals, no heals, no heals. Watch out, no heals.
it comes across as shocking that
Push
you
it, push it.
win
He's
on
apparently
what
on
you
me.
perceive are
He's the
dog
best
whistles
fucking Black
when
Panther
they're
in the
very clearly
fucking
not
world,
dog
legit.
whistles at all.
I have to force off because we have no heals otherwise. Yeah. Off point, off.
Black Panther, watch out. Help Luna. The rest.
Nice.
Instagram posted about my Theo Vaughn podcast appearance. Sure did. My Theo Vaughn podcast appearance where you were like, oh, I can't believe Theo Vaughn didn't actually ask him about his like dangerous anti-Semitism or any number of different things.
Open.
I think you talked about Rick Scott. Now, we did actually talk.
Back out.
Theo Vaughn and I did actually talk about Rick Scott. I'm sure you didn't see that. But hold on. What I found very strange
Back
about
on their plan.
was the fact that Theo Vaughn, and I didn't even know this at the time, the day prior
I'm gonna dive, cloak and dive.
actually interviewed Candace Owens.
He's low.
You and I both know
Nice.
that Candace Owens
Nice.
is an anti-Semite, right?
I think that he was hitting. He was on that 1-2 punch.
Okay.
Wow, bow,
So,
bang.
do you think
Hit him
do
with
you
that
think-
anti-Semitism, boy.
Eden. As
Think
your
he was
former
on a
podcast
vibe.
co-host, as your former podcast co-host, do you think that I am anti-Semitic one? And if I am, if you think I am, do you think I'm as anti-Semitic as Candace Owens?
So yes, I do.
fuck.
Anti-Semitic. That's why I'm comfortable saying that. Are you an anti-Semitic?
And let's address
No. You asked.
I'm doing this
Hold the phone. You asked me two questions together. I'm gonna You said, do you think I'm anti-Semitic? After talking to you so far today, I can say unreservedly yes. Do I think that you are more anti-Semitic than Candace Owens? No. I think your form of anti-Semitism is way
That's
more
joking.
destructive and sinister. Candace Owens is
Do you
outright.
think I'm
Hold on
anti-Semitic
there,
now?
Hassan. This is an important question.
You think I'm anti-Semitic now?
I'm Lord
I'm
Iron
gonna
Man, by the way,
answer.
guys. It's just
I'm gonna-
the
I'm
thing
gonna
doesn't
answer.
show.
It's a glitch,
yet.
it's a glitch for him, bro. It's a glitch for
It's
him,
a
bro.
glitch. We
Your
also
form of
have like a Lord
anti-Semitism
Psylocke on our team,
is way
legitimately
more
top 500 Southeast
because
Asia.
it's silent.
Bro?
It's
But like,
strict.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
no, it's
actually.
saying what she
No, shut up,
believes,
shut
and I
up.
respect
Yeah,
her
he's
for that.
actually top
Nick
500
Fury
Yeah,
is
yeah,
out
being
there,
real,
though.
right?
Nobody
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
that they-
Yeah,
know,
he
Candace
played in like the
Owens
latest
Israel.
tournament, and he's like
Candace Owens
every
stands on
like
Israel.
every
But here's
streamer
tricky. What you do
from
is deny the
XQC
heritage of
to fucking
Middle Eastern
Hassan
Jews, stuff like that.
has
You accuse
has
them
said that
Hassan.
he's the
of
yeah
being
Hassan Habib,
always
the
oppressor.
you know the rat,
Always,
even
always.
as Mongol,
Everything,
the
and by the way,
cockroach
you spent
man,
the first half, you spent the first part of
has
this
said that
debate
this is the best Psylocke in the entire game.
calling me insane for
The glazing's
what I think
insane,
most
by the
people
way.
would perceive
If we
as
lose, you're gonna be
Like-
recorded
blatant,
because you didn't care.
obvious anti-Semitic.
I like it, yeah, bro.
I don't think most people.
No, we
look
won't,
at
we won't.
what you're
Obviously,
doing
we're gonna
right
have to
now
try.
and
Obviously,
not
this is
worry about
ranked,
that. Let's
so.
of mental sanity.
Bro, I'm too busy looking up for the
Hold
skin, bro.
audience afterwards. So let's continue.
Okay. All right. Well, look. Going back to the Theo Vaughn situation, and you said. So you said I'm anti-Semitic, right? Yesterday you said, or 2 days ago, in the aftermath of the Sam Cedar conversation, you said I'm not anti-Semitic. So what has changed in that process? Is this conversation? Okay. Alright, got it. Alright.
Here's the clip, by the way. You accused me of not.
Guys, we Captain America harassing schools.
Bond did not ask you about Red Sky. Let's go back to that.
They have Hela, I'm gonna ult and I'm gonna swarm.
The small head guy.
Ethan, I use my words very carefully. I said in the Instagram story that you
2, 1, 0.
I don't, you know, I don't
In the waiting room. Do you see the resemblance? Oh god. Oh, you have like the same
Assemble!
It's
yeah, that's you are a comedian.
I sure am, buddy. I see you.
Fuck you on the ledge.
All right. Anyway, so you accused me of misrepresenting what happened. Let's play the clip.
Ethan looks like an asshole by bringing that up.
$80 billion in
I will soon.
Medicaid that they want to cut. Mike Johnson goes on stage, says, goes on Caitlin Collins on
don't
CNN
push
and
up
says,
too far.
oh, there's a lot of
Yep. I'm just looking. I'm hunting my
there's no
card.
my ace right now.
in Medicare and Medicaid on the point of the recipient.
I don't know, bro. Get a go, bro.
Get the go.
Point of the provider.
Yeah, I'm fall back in
That's
there.
why I got banned recently on Twitch yesterday. Because
Sorry about that one day.
yeah, Midnight TikTok was like posting about how
Yo,
I
hello.
said
Go shoot
something.
them.
What is this? And they misconstrued that there was a call to action to assassinate the sitting why are you showing me this?
Well, you're saying I didn't bring this up, but or I just saying that this is you brought it up, framed it in your own way.
I'm screwed. I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed.
Ethan, on the Instagram story that you posted about me, Dan, can you switch it back to Ethan?
Don't switch it back.
Nice ult, nice ult, nice ult.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
That's
I'm switching it back.
Second chances
alright.
over.
Thanks, Dan.
Amazing. I wish I could do what you do. An enemy has arrived.
I know.
This looks ridiculous on my
sure
end.
does,
I'm
buddy.
sorry. Okay. So yeah, this was
And
if
it's
you
not
want, you
just
can
on the video.
post as well, but the post I was referring to was make sure Theo knows how you feel about hosting a terrorist adjacent content creator, and I believe there was another post about it recently.
Is it a terrorist adjacent?
Lucky's gonna try to hook.
I said it's irresponsible to platform you and not ask you.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I ult.
Bucky. Nice. Bucky.
he had Candace Owens.
I'm fine, I'm fine.
Do you feel like that's a little bit more damaging
Oh,
in terms
shit.
of
I'm alive.
Damn.
Never mind.
spreading potentially anti-Semitic narrative, or do you think that anti-Semitism is when you personally
Winnable.
done in any given moment?
Yes, I think you were just as bad as her in your own special way.
I'm bad at getting help.
And you guys were hitting that same
Fall back.
Yes.
On anti-Semitism in my own special way.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Very good. Cool. Very good. So let me ask
Why did you hold on, man?
Someone ping the hell.
Now, officially,
Alright,
we're not
we can
talking
see
about
how.
like Rogan or anyone else, and tell me why I'm anti-Semitic.
Well, we're
Because
kind of
yesterday,
getting
2
there.
days ago, you said I wasn't, but
I already-
also
Dude.
for a
You're
year,
repeating yourself.
well, I am because you haven't answered this question.
I have literally answered it probably 2 times. The reason that I'm saying you're anti-Semitic is because
Can I get
you
back?
responded to my question at the beginning of this interview.
Even for an entire year, you called me a virulent anti-Semite.
No, I never
Nice.
went back and checked you on it. I had said that you spread anti-Semitism and stuff, but I never called you an anti-Semitic. I went back and checked. You're lying.
Simply spreading
I
anti-Semitism.
mean, it's a difference.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay, can I ask you a
Tier
question?
list is about Habibi, not Saber. You're conceding to the framing? Yeah, we're not conceding to anything. I don't want to even talk about the tier list anymore. Stop it.
Is he reading
Okay, let me
chat?
ask you a question.
We have Magneto once that thing is in.
Do you think it's appropriate to accuse any Jewish person you disagree with of working with them?
We have two support on.
Animal.
No.
Go.
Are you saying that Ethan Klein and
Let me finish. You're getting ahead of yourself, buddy.
I do think that
You're getting
that's
ahead of
a
yourself,
valid thing
man.
that's a valid thing to not only speculate, but also think on that for sure.
I've ult.
You're getting ahead of yourself, buddy. Here's an example of it being used in an anti-Semitic way. I'm sure you'll agree.
Hell on the door.
Timeline on that doesn't make a lot of sense.
I heard you in the ADL.
What is this?
This is your fan who ran up on me on Rodeo.
Who the fuck is this guy? My fan?
Yes.
I remember this.
Nice.
You remember.
Is
GG.
this the...
I told
This
you,
is the
baby.
guy who
guys.
wanted to give you a
Wait,
hug.
wait, wait. No, this is
Yeah.
the guy that you
Also, can
claimed
I hear you
was
guys
my
say
fan,
fuck
right?
Los
As long as you
Blancos
want
one
to
time?
Clip of being like,
on the
yo,
top.
Fuck Los Blancos.
Anyway, who cares if he's your fan or not?
No.
No, it doesn't.
Hold on.
No,
You brought this
it
dude
doesn't
up.
matter. I'm
And I
showing
believe
him
this is
as
not
an
the first time
example
you
of
brought
you.
this dude up. It does matter. It
Okay,
does
fine.
matter.
He's
You
not a
brought him
fan.
up.
I don't care.
You
Listen,
brought him up. Wait, what do you mean you don't care?
if I brought
Now
him
you don't
up,
care.
Hassan, if I brought him up, let me finish
that
my
person is
point.
not a fan of mine.
Save
why
it.
Why did you make it seem like that
Hassan.
person was a fan of mine then?
Let me get to there, okay? You asked me.
No,
It's
get
my
there
turn
right
to
now.
ask a question. Just
Why
because
do
I
you
brought
think
him
this
up
random
doesn't give
fucking
you the
guy is a
space to
fan of mine,
interject.
Ethan? Is it because he rolled up to me
Let
and
me
tried
finish.
to fucking clout farm?
Well,
is
he-
that why?
Yes.
At the
Okay, thank you very
encampment where I was
much.
very clearly disturbed by his presence?
Hassan,
Is
I
that
think
why?
you know where I'm going, and I think you're scared.
Mix fuel, metal oxide,
Yeah,
metal
let me-
powder.
The question,
Let me-
why did you falsely claim
How
that
is
this
GPS
person
satellites,
does not
unmanned
use
drone,
favorite
is a
person in
fucking
the world.
laser.
Didn't
Nine.
you use
The more
All right,
approaches you are
Hassan, here you go,
use
buddy.
him approaching
Here
you?
we go. You wanted it, I've got it.
kicked out from under you.
I love you.
I'm so sorry. I love you,
I love you, bro.
You're like my hero, bro.
You're the goat.
You're the coolest guy in the world, bro.
Wow, how crazy.
You look gay in that.
I'm fucking. Is this another hysterical delusion?
Yes, it is. And I'm going to explain to you exactly why. Because
Wow,
we spend a
dude, I
good
love
deal
you.
of
You're the goat,
encampment.
bro.
We spend a good deal of our time in the encampment. If you watch the unedited full live stream,
Oh,
we spend a good deal
God.
of the entirety of the encampment running away from him because
Well,
he kept
listen.
trying to ask me dumbass fucking questions.
Okay, but
to
that's
for
got
his
nothing to do with
own
he's a fan.
Dumbass.
Listen,
for his own
Hassan,
dumbass
please.
podcast.
You're derailing
I-
this, and I need to.
I'm
make
not derailing it.
You
it's
absolutely
not called
are.
derailing. When I'm telling you, I was there and I'm telling you
Okay,
the situation.
very good.
You are nefariously making it seem as though this person is a massive
Do I
fan
need
of
to
mine.
play the
who
clip
was just
again?
trying to cloud chase.
I'll play it again. You know. Fuck.
You can play that clip again.
Oh my God.
Here, I'll add subtitles.
Can I give you a hug?
Can you play the clip where he openly admits he doesn't know who I am and asks people around? Because that also
You're my hero, bro. I love
You're
you.
the coolest guy in the world.
You're the coolest guy in the world.
Hold on, I think I look gay in that one.
I think I look gay in that one.
3, 2,
Ethan.
Yes, sir.
Ethan.
You'll need
You
a
okay?
If
top-notch
you
team to
think he
win
was a
this
fan of mine,
one.
why'd you call him a Sneeko fan when you interviewed him?
Because he's both. I mean, surely there's crossover.
Oh, there's a crossover.
Do I need to play the video again?
Okay,
I'll
well,
do
my,
it again.
My,
Fuck it.
my
Yeah.
producer
I'll
and my
play it
camera
again.
op, March. My producer and my camera op, March,
Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so
was
sweaty, bro.
there.
I'm so sorry.
This is amazing.
Right now.
You're my hero, bro. I love you. Bro,
Oh
you're
my
the
God.
coolest guy in the world, bro. Hold on, I think I look gay.
Listen, he might not be a fan, but you can't accuse me of being delusional for saying that.
You
That's-
are delusional.
Okay, very good. I'm
You are.
delusional. Let me get to my point, please. So I'm not even asking you to endorse this guy. I'm just simply showing you.
I don't endorse him.
I know you
and
don't.
He's not a fan of mine.
I-
So why did you claim that he was a fan of
30
mine?
seconds before you
Because he
attack.
I'll
fucking
play it
clout
again.
chased.
I mean, I feel like we're running
Because he
in
was
circles.
clout
But I'll play the
chasing at a
clip
fucking
again.
Palestinian encampment? That's why? That's all it takes for you?
No, it was when he said, "You're the goat. You're my hero. I love you."
He didn't know who I was. He was just saying that so he could fucking ask for an
He literally
interview for his
recognized
podcast,
you.
for his PUA podcast.
Okay, who cares? I don't care. So let me move on. Do you want to talk about this for 2 hours, or do you want to actually have a conversation?
This is a... Wait, hold on. You can't just say you don't care all of a sudden when you look like a fucking asshole for falsely
Now he's
claiming
getting
that
mad. Okay, here we go.
you is a fan of mine. You said he was a fan of mine in, I believe, in
Okay, I
one
lied.
of your
Yeah, I
videos.
lied
You
about
said
you
he was
being a
of
fan.
mine, and I was sending harassment your way.
Yes, very
Don't
good.
you think that's a big point of contention? Don't you feel like
I can
it's a big
see.
point of contention?
I can see. I want to show you an example
Do
of.
you see my side of this though?
I think
Because like
no.
a
You're being
random
dishonest.
Sneeko fan comes up to me,
Random
wants
Hassan
to
fan
clout
comes
chase,
up to you.
and you, wants to clout chase, and you turn around and you say that he is a fan of mine to prove a point, to make a false point that to imply that I'm sending people to harass you.
That's not what I
feel like
implied.
that's appropriate.
That's a total lie. I have never
I am
accused
ready
you of
to put
anything
on a
of the
show.
sort. That is an outright
You did not
horrific.
imply that this person
bad
that was a
fake
fan
lie.
of mine
Yes, I did.
harassing you.
This is real
That's a illogical leap of fun from he's a fan of yours to you're sending people to harass me. That's fucking insane. And by the way, I mean, you are a liar. You know that.
He did not harass you.
What are you talking about? Did you send him? Did you send him to harass me?
You are a liar. You know that, right?
in your video that he was a fan of mine. Leading the audience to believe. Here,
Bro, we haven't even gotten into the good shit yet.
This supposed
You
fan
know
of
this,
mine,
right?
Since you guys are playing clips over
By the way,
here.
this was a while ago. He turned on you when he saw that you support trans rights. I know. He spoke ill of you.
No. Even before he actually meets
I'm not
me.
even matter. I don't care about
It
this
gets better?
guy.
Oh, yeah. I guarantee you it's going to get better.
You care enough about it that
I'm
you
just-
brought him up here and you used him.
You didn't
in
even
the
let me
past.
explain why I'm showing
You
it.
used him in the past to act like I was sending
Bro,
hate
you're
your way.
terrified because you know where this is going.
I have no idea where this is going. This has been a journey.
Well, how about you let me fucking speak, and then we can figure out, we can take the journey together.
Let's go on a journey.
So this clip is just an example, not that you're endorsing him, not that he's afraid.
Man, I sent you a clip.
I passed it along. It's out my hand.
It's the
I'll play it.
introduction of this character onto the stream where he's like, who's this guy?
I'll play it.
Second chances over.
I could, be on the, are you guys doing it? I know I look Jewish. Israeli, I look like Israeli.
Normally the answer would be yes, but he's busy right now.
What are you guys doing?
You're not there.
We're just streaming.
Oh, live streaming? Yeah. Do it.
You're not even in this clip, bro. What are you talking about? You're not even present. You're out playing with swastikas. You're not even in this clip.
I am
Okay.
That is the first introduction of this character onto the broadcast, and he doesn't know who the fuck I am. He just sees cameras and goes, "Oh, I would like to do interviews with this person who is famous." It seems that was the whole point.
It does seem like Hassan is right about this.
He was never a fucking fan, and then when he saw the full extent of my viewpoints, he started calling me the S-slur. He's a Cinco fan.
Hassan, in that clip, he doesn't see you. You're not there.
Cosmic might return.
Ethan, he is a clout chaser and not
Fine,
a
bro. I
fan.
don't care. Who cares? Let me ask you a
Well, I do
question.
care because
Okay, very good.
I do care because you have made an inference.
Oh my
that is
God, dude.
erroneous.
You are dragging your
made an
feet on this
inference that
topic,
is-
bro. It's getting ridiculous.
This is why I
Can
don't
we
do
please
that.
move on?
That is
This
ridiculous.
clip you said didn't prove me wrong at
Here's
all.
why I don't do it.
You're not there.
This
And you
is
were
right.
never there, Hassan. Okay, let's continue, please.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this is an example of someone who I think is anti-Semitic. You probably agree with me on that, but I don't want to put words in your mouth. He's not a fan of yours.
No, I think that guy.
Yeah, go
is, I mean, from what I've seen, any number of things I've seen from that dude, I think he's like a right-wing dating coach or something.
Yeah, he is dating me.
I don't know.
Like this up. All right, so here he is using the ADL. He accuses me of being in the ADL, and I'll play it.
Okay.
I don't know, but I heard you survived it, and I heard you survived the Holocaust.
That timeline on that doesn't make a lot of sense.
I heard you in the ADL, bro.
The ADL? No, I'm not. All right, so he said, I heard you're in the ODL, bro, which, like, obviously is,
Okay.
you know, I perceive that as anti-Semitic.
I don't think you're in the ADL, Ethan, if that's what you're going to say.
Well, you said, and I'll quote a tweet that you made.
I am ready to put on a
You
show.
said, I'll quote, he worked with the ADL to make Zionists a protected class on Twitch. Now that is an outright lie.
I don't think it's enough.
I worked with the ADL. Sorry. I worked with the ADL? What does that mean?
Yeah, as in, like, worked alongside. I don't think you're in the ADL.
Oh, that's what you meant when you said I worked with the ADL. I worked beside them, just incidentally together. You didn't mean that I worked with them privately to get people banned? Of course not. Didn't you say you choose your words very carefully?
Alongside the ADL.
You just told me briefly ago you choose your words very carefully, Hassan.
It's pretty obvious that Hassan is implying that he worked with the ADL.
Okay, we're walking that back. Sometimes I speak it's obvious when I say you work with ADL. Here you are again repeating the lie with Steiny on video. Go ahead. You had
Oh my God.
With his human eyes.
knows I'm not anti-Semitic and making these inferences that I am and like partnering with like the ADL and
partnering with the ADL. You want to unpack that one there, buddy?
Which side you're on.
Again, working with partnering with the ADL. That is precisely
I
what
have
took
never
place.
spoken to the ADL, so what does that mean?
I'm not saying you directed the ADL
you know
to take
how
action.
silly you
well, actually, you know what? I am kind of saying that. I am implying that
How
you
do you
directed
defend
the ADL to
this?
take action.
Well,
How
that's
do you
a-
defend this?
That's a
You are a
defamatory
prominent
claim that
content
has zero
creator.
proof.
Just
And
say
then
like, yeah, I
frankly,
made
it
it
sounds a
up.
little Jewish conspiratorial.
If I thought that you worked for the ADL,
You
I
can't-
wouldn't
this
have
is-
said you worked
spoken to
with
the
the
Oh
ADL.
my God.
I would have said you worked for the ADL. Now, what's interesting to me, of course, about
Hassan,
this is that
I
you
do
have
not
taken
work with the
credit
ADL.
for these things.
Hassan, I do not work with the ADL.
You were a part of the mass smear campaign.
That is
with
not
your
working with the
YouTube
ADL. Would you
videos
say that,
falsely
I got
claimed
nothing to do with the
that this-
ADL.
He'll be
Blame
coming in 30
Frogan for doing a
seconds.
racist
Stay
fucking
strong.
channel at TwitchCon that became a viral
That
story,
wasn't a
independent
racist
of me.
Channel, Ethan.
It
Just
was.
like cracker is
me
not
see the
an
hammer.
anti-white term.
Okay,
It
I just
is.
want to see if it'll charge up my gun.
Public pressure
Come on, I'll give it
clearly
back. It
works on
absolutely
Twitch,
is.
and they make erroneous bans.
It's on Urban
when they
Dictionary.
don't want people coming after them.
Here's
which
Frogan
has
repeating the
been
same lie that you heard from
public
you.
pressure on numerous instances.
This is what she heard from you.
Everything in your power to push people to
Three,
bully and harass you,
2,
including
1.
weaponizing propaganda organizations such as the ADL to get me banned off Twitch because I made a
So
joke.
she said I weaponized the ADL. You said I partnered with the ADL. You said I worked with the
Weaponizing,
ADL, but you didn't
partnered.
mean that I spoke to them.
You need
You
to
just
stop
meant
that
that
radio
we were
voice.
magically skipping along and happened to just, without even seeing each other, just working together in perfect harmony and love. And by the way, I'm pretty sure you're implying that I work directly with them.
Who would think that based off of Hassan's language
Okay, well,
that
well,
Ethan
you
worked
doubled down on
directly
it.
with the
I
ADL?
do believe that, and
Who
I just
would
want to
think
let you know
that?
that is a
No, I
deformed.
don't think you directly work with them. I think your goals are aligned on this.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Everyone. It's obvious.
Say that. Don't
It's
say you're
fucking
partnered with
obvious.
the ADL. Do you understand? You said partnered with the ADL. Me, a Jewish man, you accused without any evidence at all of being partnered with the ADL.
Yes.
You're now trying to rewrite history and say I said you were working besides that. You are a liar. You are a virulent fucking liar.
Ethan, did you or did you not take ownership over the band?
I think, yeah, I might have.
Hassan applies it for sure. It's unequivocal.
Does that mean that I'm working with the ADL?
All guys down. I'll patch you up.
Hey Hassan, can I ask you a question? Are you working with the neo-Nazi party of America? They're also anti-Zionist. No, seriously, are you working with the neo-Nazi group of America who's also anti-Zionist? Do you work with them? Are you affiliated with them? Are you partnered with neo-Nazis? Or do you guys happen to have the same?
Here we go.
Here's the God of Have I taken credit for a neo-Nazi anti-Semitic incident that took place? Because if the answer is yes, if neo-Nazis actually engaged in an action, neo-Nazis actually, not like your fucking hallucinations, something that we all agree. Like neo-Nazis did an anti-Semitic incident, and I took credit for it, and I said, this is awesome. I'm glad that it happened. I made numerous videos.
What about the interview with the terrorist?
I was on that.
Valid in saying that.
What about the interview with the terrorist?
Ethan,
I don't have to be a member of ADL to respond to someone harassing me.
Listen to my words, please. Listen to my words.
I'm trying. Like empty air.
From your perspective, my association as a 10-year fighter of anti-Semitism, my association from your perspective with anti-Semitism is like something that is so laughable that I don't even know how to describe. Like you're like, oh, it's a swastika sword, but then you admit that it's not a swastika sword. That's how loose the association
like
is. But on the other hand, I can't say that you have worked alongside.
That's not what you said. You are rewriting. You are not taking accountability. You said I'm partner with the ADL.
He did.
Do you think that the normal, reasonable person watching that will infer that we were just coincidentally working with them, or that I was working directly with them?
What do you think
What
a
do you
reasonable
think
person
the average
would
person
infer
would conclude from saying I'm partnered with the ADL?
What do you think a normal, reasonable person would infer when they hear you?
Bro, you are literally gaslighting me. It's so obvious what you
demanding
meant.
the bans of Twitch streamers, and then
Everybody agreed. That's why they were happy.
I'm glad that they got banned. I take credit for it.
Yeah,
What
W.
a normal, reasonable person would
I was on the
infer from
tier
that?
list, dude.
Get them out.
It wasn't like I went out of my way to get them banned. I responded to them. I was on the tier list. There's been 3 instances, I think, of, in my opinion, very credible accusations of anti-Semitism. You could choose me as
This is real firepower!
Also, we are not in agreement. These are not credible allegations of anti-Semitism. These are hysterical hallucinations of a person who desperately wants all of his critics to be anti-Semites so he can
I'm
feel
so glad
comfortable
this is on record.
in the unique position that he has created for himself.
I'm so glad.
The sword, I think, is pretty weak. But the other one,
I'm glad you. Yes.
So you think that you think a reasonable person would hear you say he's partnered with the ADL and not think that I was working directly with
I
them?
think a reasonable person will hear your own words and think that you probably work with
it's a yes or no. And it's an obvious yes. It's an obvious fucking yes.
Did I ever mention the ADL, Hassan? Answer the
It
question.
doesn't matter. You took credit for the ban that the ADL pressured.
Do I ever mention the ADL in my entire fucking career? Actually, I mentioned them once, but I didn't even know what they were, frankly, if you have the thing. It was even... Did I ever...
It's a clip where you are saying, I did that shit. I'll fucking take credit for it. You know who did that shit? The ADL did. You are taking credit for
Chrysler
something
probably
that the
did
ADL
that shit.
did.
The sponsors
I'm not even
behind them
making
did
that
it.
inference.
Well,
You're
they
saying,
attacked me.
which one do you think? What do you think the average
you
person
sound
would
so
think in this
silly, bro.
situation when you are saying that you did that shit? And it's the ADL's pressure that caused these people to be banned for such
Bro, I
a
was being
ridiculous,
silly. I don't care.
stupid,
should've
not
been banned.
anti-Semitic thing
Listen.
at all.
They should have 100%
I was
be
being
banned.
silly.
It was
They
absolutely
attacked me. I
racially
responded. Do I know?
motivated.
Do I know who?
Undeniably.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Well, all right. I guess we can
Such
move
a
on.
lie.
I think
Now
I
you're
got
being
them
silly.
banned. I don't know. Who knows? You know. I think that
Yeah, you got a Jewish content creator alongside multiple Arab content creators banned off the platform for 30 days.
There's a
because
reason
you
they
cried
call him
about it, and then
token,
the
my
ADL
friend.
actually reacted.
You spend time
because
being
they
a
saw it as
token,
great
you're gonna get
opportunity.
spent.
Who are you calling
But it was just silly.
Huh?
You know, fuck them.
You want to cash in on your Jewish friends anymore? Or can we move on?
Am I what?
Would you like to cash in on your
This
Jewish
is-
friends more? Or can we move on?
I can't believe this
Cash in
is
on
so
my
good.
Jewish friends.
That's
Oh
right.
my fucking god.
You know any Jewish people that aren't anti-Zionist?
Yes.
Who?
I'm not going to
Who?
review. I don't want to. They're normies. I don't
Okay.
want to dox
Yeah,
them.
you're lying. You're
No, I'm
surrounded.
not.
Yes,
I'm
you
not
are.
lying.
You're absolutely lying.
Dog, I live in West Hollywood. Do you think I'm not around Zionist Jews? What are you talking about?
Do you pass Jews on the street? Yes. Are you friends with?
No, I'm friends. Yes, I am.
I don't believe
And
you.
they've treated me with much more dignity than you have, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, because they're not on the
Surprisingly enough.
receiving
We can
end
have
of
a
the
more
same
normal
fucking
conversation.
harassment
I can have a more normal
campaign. Why would they?
conversation with
Why
them
wouldn't they?
than you, seemingly.
All right, so you think that
They would most likely
just to
laugh
recap
at all of this.
Just to recap here,
watching.
so we can move on. I mean, did the random Zionist Jews that are treated you so kindly, did they have CPS show up to their house or skulls sent to their house?
Uh-oh.
The right heroes
Ethan,
could make
I
all the
didn't do
difference.
Ethan.
I didn't say you did that.
I don't know why you're bringing that up.
I know you don't, but
that
you're
has
acting
nothing
up.
to do with me.
Part
I'm
of
not
your
in
stick,
support of
Hassan, is
that.
acting obtuse when you're talking before me.
Okay. Wait, all right. You've dominated the conversation so far. I think we should get back to some stuff that.
I agree. Let's just summarize.
No. Look, can we just get
This
back
is
to
quick.
the
It's very quick.
Like you
I
see
just
the
want to put a cap
genocide.
on this. Just a cap.
And making these
You're doing the
differences
thing that
I
I'm
am,
so
and, like,
critical of you on.
partnering
okay?
with like the ADL and
You said so, just to put a cap on this, and we'll move on. You said I am quote partnered with the ADL.
That's what he
which you
said.
now claim was just a. You didn't mean that I was working with them. You mean that we had the same goal. Okay, very good. We'll see how that plays. Go ahead. What's your question?
Okay.
It's obvious. Hassan does this all the time. Where he'll like massively hyperbole
It's interesting
exaggerate
because
things.
you're currently
Does it
doing the thing that I'm criticizing you on, where you are looking at a situation that you recognize is a genocide, and your only consideration and your only concern.
That's not my only concern. I care about
revolves
multiple
around-
things, my friend.
Revolves.
battle
Yes,
starts in
you
5,
can, but these are really
4,
stupid things
3,
to care about.
I mean,
Ethan.
that's easy for you to say.
1.
You're the one being accused of it.
You have to stop them from
Let's just
securing
ask
the
the,
mission
let's
area.
ask the accused how serious their crime is. Fucking brilliant. O.J. Simpson, do you think that this is a serious court
Do you
case?
think that
There I go. Well, fucking there it is. Let's let him free.
here is akin to O.J. Simpson killing someone?
No, obviously not. You're being obtuse
Then why
again.
are you bringing up stupid fucking
Because you're
parallels?
you are saying that the accused, right, can dictate how serious the accusations are.
I'll patch you up.
Okay. All right, Ethan.
I partnered with the ADL. Remember what you
You have
said.
in the past talked about your pro-Palestinian bona fides. You have
What do you mean
talked about how
bona
you
fides?
gave the fundraiser. What?
I'm sorry, what do you mean by bona fides?
Like that you claimed that you were a stalwart ally of the Palestinian cause. Correct. You tried to also say this to St. Peter as well. You brought forward the fact that you had given $6,500 in your context piece that you did as a further indication that you are pro-Palestinian, even though you then turned around and actually criticized additional fundraisers that had taken place, like the Creators for Palestine charity that generated $1.3 million, including the fundraiser that you initially had given $6,500 to as a reason for why you were such a staunch ally. Why did you turn around and say that pro-Palestinian fundraisers are actually completely irrelevant in the grand scheme of things and completely useless? Do you think that pro-Palestinian charities are simply there to make yourself feel like you're pro-Palestine? Do you feel like $6,500 was enough for you to spend the rest of the year actively deplatforming pro-Palestinian
harassing me?
content creators?
I'll answer your question. So I claimed when talking about. Now, by the way, this is something I criticize you for, which
Being
is
pro-Palestine doesn't absolve you from bad behavior in other regards.
being obtuse, mischaracterizing arguments, and basically just being a prolific liar. So here's what the conversation was about, right?
How do you even say
I was
that?
talking about how when you're talking about activism, raising money isn't the most important thing because it can only do so much. There's other ways to do effective activism, like protesting, et cetera, working with Palestinian organizations. So I'm just saying, my point was not that raise. Hold the phone. Let me finish. My point was that not that raising money is bad or dumb. Erroneously claiming I said. My point was that it's not the most effective thing in the world, and each other thing is probably like the least effective form of advocacy you can do. That was my opinion.
I don't think that's the case. And I don't think that the Palestinians that
What's not the case?
those.
What I said or what I claimed?
No, your claim is wrong.
Okay, that's fine.
In terms of the fundraisers not being important.
That's fine.
So we've established that you claim to be pro-Palestine. And
This burger on the side.
all of
This video fucking outside.
genocide coverage, criticizing people that are fundraising.
This is such a bad argument.
Creating, working with Palestinian
because you're
organizations.
I never said it's not
doesn't mean you're
Interviewing
immune from
Palestinians,
criticism for
interviewing
something else.
Palestinians from Gaza.
Hassan being an advocate for Palestine does not absolve you of criticism. Stop with the
Claiming
silliness.
that they are no, this does not, because your criticisms are ridiculous.
Well, I mean, that's kind of up to other people to decide at this
Your
point.
criticisms are in your own mind, like you have hallucinated and
By the way, gaslighting, anti-Semitic tropes, all that. This is what dog whistles are.
Heal the support, it's one.
Other people, and you have it's suddenly what? So you have plausible deniability so that when they're anti-Semitic, you can call the accuser crazy, which is exactly what you're doing. You're a fucking anti-Semite, and you've been caught out 3 different times calling me crazy for very viable, very credible examples of anti-Semitism that you should at least be able to admit are at least not insane. Maybe a misunderstanding, but not insane. But no, according to you, they're all hallucinations. So go ahead and tell me why you're not dog shit.
Yes, because people having an issue with your statements and with your coverage on as a prominent content creator with a relatively progressive audience your coverage has entirely focused on your own personal feelings and a lot of misplaced paranoia from people who are
He had CPS and skulls sent to
We
his
got a
house.
whistle soundbite every time he calls me paranoid or hallucinating.
What? What are you talking about misplaced?
I don't know anymore. And I don't think it's because of
I know. I definitely don't like you.
Jesus.
Let me stand on business and say I think you're a terrible person and a liar and I don't like you at all.
I know.
I know.
This is real firepower! I love this.
Scroll down it.
You want to call me crazy or hallucinating again? That's all you got?
You need to do that. I think you're doing that all on your own.
Is this a show to you? Yeah.
So do you want to tell me what is your evidence that I work with or talk to or have any association with at all with Destiny? What? Oh, what? The guy that I talk about fucking obsessively 100 times a day? He's like basically like the Antichrist. Yes, you accuse me of working with him.
Bingo!
Talking to him. What is your
Can you play Emma? Cool.
Only 60 seconds left.
Thank you for asking. Is there video footage of you corresponding with someone in your Discord that literally aligns perfectly with Destiny's own Discord offering clips for you to pull?
Sounds like a stretch.
You've also used clips
Oh, can you
that are
switch? Play Emma?
unlisted called Thomas Abi
Yeah.
when making arguments
a fuck?
about my virulent anti-Semitism
Who gives a fuck?
from
I poured a
I'll play
clip.
Strange. I'm playing
a
10 minutes.
Destiny fan account.
So that's your proof
But
that I
also-
work with
but none of
Destiny.
that is relevant.
Okay.
What is your constant coordination with Destiny's podcast co-host Dan Saltman, who you featured on your context news. So yeah,
Did I keep
don't
him in my-
think it's that
Can you hold me? Turn
ridiculous of a
around.
fucking assertion to make, especially when considering the fact that you have been corresponding with Dan Saltman, and you did, and he is Destiny's podcast co-host. And the what does he call himself? The general of the Hezbollah, I think that's what they call themselves. The Taliban and the Hezbollah. They're mass harassment operations they engage in. So yeah, I think that is not a ridiculous fucking claim to make at all.
Yeah,
It's actually
Hassan did
insane,
watch
and it's
the
a really
video.
convenient way of discrediting me when I've never spoken to,
No, I think you're
worked
doing
with,
enough
talked
to
about
discredit
Destiny
yourself
in my
all on your own.
life.
I don't need to bring
It's a
that up.
really nice way of you. You know what? I think you're hallucinating, buddy.
That's better.
I think you are hallucinating. Oh, you pulled a meme from his subreddit once, and there was a guy in your Discord. It's also in his Discord. I think you're hallucinating. You sound fucking unhinged, dude. Are you crashing out the song?
Ethan, I didn't.
Hassan, are you crashing out?
I gave you.
Do you have friends who are
By
aware of
the
the condition and can help you get the help you
We're dead. 3 people dead.
Oh my god.
Okay, Ethan.
I was staggered. Was staggered.
You featured Destiny's podcast.
I said he
co-host.
discovered
my
the
God.
IP ban. Is that not true? I said Dan Saltman discovered the IP ban. That's all I said. I didn't endorse. I didn't. All I said is he discovered the IP ban. Is that
He's talking
true?
about the Israel IP
Is that
ban.
materially true?
I don't think
It is. It is.
I think someone in Destiny's community did, but it's fine. Yeah.
So how is that an endorsement?
I'll patch you up.
Is he working with that?
What do you think?
claiming
Is
that
this
you
what
don't
you
have
do whenever you're trying to avoid?
Give them another inch.
I'm all teams, you're not.
This is real firepower!
Do you not correspond with Destiny's podcast co-host Dan Saltman?
I talked to Dan Saltman, but also I don't think that that's Destiny.
Yeah, no, that's just his
These are all
podcast.
reference.
Blackmail people
That's not Destiny, is it?
sex crimes that he did.
Yeah.
The current score
you are
is
really
That's a good
0,
person to align with.
3.
I'm not
You
endorsing
openly
him.
admit.
I'm not endorsing him at all. I just said I've spoken to him.
No, yeah, you're not endorsing him. You're just getting
Have
information.
you ever
from him.
spoken to somebody you don't endorse? I mean, what kind of silly bullshit are we doing here?
Certainly.
Well,
That is-
there you
yes,
go.
I speak to
Oh my
people I
God,
don't
dude.
endorse. I'm speaking to one right
you
now.
talk to Dan Saltman.
Uh-oh.
You're fucking outed as a Destiny's best friend.
Ethan, you're the one who admitted that just now.
I said
You
I've
also
spoken with
brought
Dan
forward-
Saltman, not that I'm a Destiny collaborator, which is what you claim, which is an outright, pathetic, provably wrong lie. And this is part of your disinformation campaign to delegitimize my point
Ethan's
without
totally
ever having
right.
to address stuff.
Ethan's
And isn't
totally
that
right.
convenient? You never have to address anything I say because you can just say, Ethan's friends with Destiny. Ethan's hallucinating.
Ethan, I
Hassan?
don't think I need to. I didn't bring up Destiny. You did.
Yeah.
And also,
Because you lied about me for 2 years working with them.
2 years.
That's right. Hassan, listen.
Ethan, this is kind of embarrassing
Year and a half.
to admit, but I defended you both to my community and in general because I thought that you were a lot more open-minded until
What have we
pretty much
disagreed on?
What
have we disagreed on? I'm sorry, what am I not open-minded about? What have we disagreed on, Hassan, other than me criticizing you and your friends? What have I said against the Palestinian people?
Come back.
Go ahead.
Recall him.
What do we
What
disagree
are
on?
disagreeing on is what you choose to focus on.
Does that seem
and
significant?
What you see is the major point of contention here.
Well, that's first of all, what I choose to focus on is certainly something you can critique.
A little frivolous.
Hassan is using the Palestinian conflict as a shield to attack people who are
Focus? That seems immaterial.
Lying about what?
About me being a Destiny fan, about
and for other
hallucinating,
people attacking
sweeping
him
for your
personally.
anti-Semitic friends,
Attacking Ethan personally.
lying about context, saying that my video's out of context without watching it. Hassan, take your time.
Do you feel like your video wasn't out of context?
Absolutely
wasn't
not.
a compilation of a 2-hour sequence of out of context clips?
You want to do this? What's out of context? Name one thing. Go ahead, read the chat. Someone will say you did this.
No. I have it readily available.
Well, I'll wait.
Oh boy.
One of the major points that you made that I've seen through other people's coverage of it before is that I deny rapes happening on October
I'm ulting.
7th. Okay? But I deny rapes happening on October 7th.
Come up. Come up. There's a fucking.
Statement where you are actually
wasted it.
with my position until
real firepower
and says that's inappropriate. You literally say, oh, he's saying the likelihood of rape happening does not justify genocide, which you agree. A genocide is happening. Ever since then, though, months later, you still chose
Her name is Hila.
By the
My wife. I find that a little chauvinistic, frankly. You know who she is. You know her well. You begged for Teddy Fresh from her many times. So, like, yeah, you know who she is. You've written her emails asking for clothing. Her name is Hila. So why don't you say that? Why? Who goes, oh, your wife? Like, she's not. She has no, she's just like, oh.
I wasn't, can you respond to what I was saying?
Absolutely. With great pleasure, I will respond. Because, Hassan, that was one
until Hila stopped you and said,
This is real firepower! That's one example of many. Seeing your response in totality of all the responses shows that you do deny the rapes that happened on October 7th. In fact,
This is real firepower!
and I knew you would never lie to me. That you would watch the context tweet with me. So why don't we pull up that bit there and we can see how out of context it is.
Boom, do it.
Only
Great.
60
Get
seconds
DP.
left.
Someone pulling that, Dan?
Oh my god.
How you doing? I'm waiting for the link. You good?
Am I? Oh yeah, I'm
Okay,
I'm
okay.
That vehicle to its
I don't think this is going the way you perceived it to be going, but
Sure. I mean, you're reading your chat. You think that's the
I'll
most
be honest with you,
accurate?
I was thinking about being a lot more stern initially, but this has turned into the last conversation that we had where I am trying to gently nudge you in the direction of sanity.
Ethan, I want you to really understand. You're crashing out. You're hallucinating, my friend. Come sit over here. You know what I mean? Ignore the swastika. Ignore the accusations of working with the ADL. Ignore this tier list with fucking Ben Shapiro and Ethan. Come sit here. You're hallucinating. Oh, thank you so much. You know what? Thank you, Hassan. That's so kind of you. How fucking genuine of you to take off that safety gloves. Fucking liar.
I mean, this is
You are a prolific liar, bro. Where's the link?
Oh god. This is amazing.
Just control S for.
the reason, for the record, the reason why I don't like to bring Hila into the conversation is because I'm addressing my concerns with you, and I don't think that it's appropriate for me to, you know, extend
Well, you
the
just,
lens of
I mean,
criticism
that's a
to
little
other
silly
people.
considering you're like, well, actually, it was Elo who introduced it, and then the evil IDF thing.
This is real firepower!
Well, okay.
Violent rape that took place, that is way beyond the pale.
There is one instance in captivity
Uh-oh, chair react.
that we have.
I'm not gonna let you chair react to me, buddy. You grab that Dr. Pepper, I'll wait.
No, I said I'm listening to you. Don't worry. I was grabbing another soda. Go ahead. There is one instance in captivity. Hamas headband on me.
I sure did.
There is one instance in captivity that we have actually gotten verifiable evidence on. Beyond that, the systematized mass rapes that Hamas dealt on October 7th, not a single bit of that has been verified. And people still run with it over and over and over again.
Many young people who are simply attending a music festival.
Yes,
Women
Paul.
were horribly raped.
I can't see myself, by the way, if you're showing me. What rape did Hamas do? What are you talking about?
What rape did Hamas do?
Anti-Semitism account that considered me to be anti-Semite of the week has also been hallucinating rapes once again, doing rape fantasies once again because they're fucking mentally
Things are
ill.
gonna be
Hamas has
You know that?
committed.
Seriously,
It's something you
time
go
is
to
not
a
on
lot.
our
You
side
notice
here.
that? Call
What?
people mentally ill. Find that odd. Probably should resolve that. I don't know if that's kosher for what they spell.
Horrific acts
I'm
of
not
sexual
exactly
violence and
you know,
torture.
I'm not exactly doing a lot of stuff that's kosher for leftist values.
Oh, okay, so you,
but I don't really.
so you have no problem weaponizing mental health. I
When somebody's hallucinating, I think it's appropriate to say that.
By your authority, I will decide who's hallucinating. Hassan. Watch this.
Horrific acts of
Ethan,
sexual
can you?
violence
Ethan.
and torture.
Hassan, I am so sorry. You promised that we would watch this. I pulled it up. Now sit silently
This
and
is-
enjoy.
Okay, but I got the
Hamas
point.
has
You're saying
committed
that like
horrific
you're
acts
showing
of
clips
sexual
of me.
violence
You're showing clips of me
and
saying that
Women
someone
and
is.
girls, men and boys.
This is unbelievable.
after enduring sexual violence. The deadliest day for the Jewish people.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. So that's the other part of this problem that many people that can't contend with. Like,
I can't believe how quickly leftists go from believe all women to Pixar didn't happen. There you go, Hassan. What do you got?
Pixar didn't happen.
That's
great commentary, by the way. Okay.
I mean,
so
it's